Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I will present about crude oil distillation from subject suppression process. Okay, presentation outline. First, introduction, and then PFD of distillation, and then distillation tower and comparison. Okay, next, introduction. The petroleum industry, sometimes known as the oil patch, encompasses the global process of petroleum product exploration, extraction, refining, transportation, typically via oil tanker and pipeline, and marketing. And then, because of its dependability, simplicity, and low capital cost, distillation has long been utilized as a separation process in the chemical and petroleum industry. It used to separate benzene from toluene, methanol or ethanol from water, acetone from acetic acid, and a wide range of other multi-component combinations. A crude oil distillation process is the process of heating crude oil and passing the vapor through a vessel to separate out different compounds, known as fraction in the crude oil distillation process. The crude oil is heated to 400 degrees Celsius and separated into fractions on 30 to 50 fraction tray in a distillation column. This is a PFD of distillation. The crude oil will flow into the distillation column in the mid, and then the the crude oil will heated to some point of temperature, and then the product will separate into uh, other ways. Okay, next is what happened in the distillation tower. Crude oil is heated before being poured into a column, also known as a still, where various products boil away and are recovered at various temperatures. Separated fraction will require additional treatment. In most cases, a distillation product 25% petrol and 75% of the other fraction. However, the petrol is the most important fraction of product produced. Chemical processing can increase the amount of petrol generated by breaking long-chain hydrocarbon into smaller chain, cracking, mixing tiny hydrocarbon to make larger one, unification, or changing the structure of hydrocarbon alternation. Okay, at the temperature below than 25 degrees Celsius, there's a point for liquid petroleum gas. At the range of 25 to 60 degrees Celsius is a point for petrol or gasoline. And then 60 to 180 degrees Celsius is for naphtha. 180 to 220 degrees Celsius is paraffin. 220 to 250 degrees Celsius is for diesel. 250 to 300 degrees Celsius is fuel oil. 300 to 350 degrees Celsius for lubricating oil, and above 350 degrees Celsius is for bitumen. Okay, then this is a comparison between distillation, gas absorption, and liquid extraction. Okay. For gas absorption, molecules are diffusing into the liquid with a negligible transfer in the reverse direction. But for distillation, diffusion of molecule in both directions, so that for an ideal system, equimolecular counter diffusion takes place. Gas separation employ a liquid of which the major component are essentially non-volatile and which exert at the differential solvent effect on the component of the gas. But the distillation employ heat to generate vapor and cooling to effect partial or total conditional as required. Okay then, distillation and liquid extraction. For distillation, two liquid to be separated possess nearly the same boiling point used in the fractional distillation of crude oil production, chemical and petroleum industry. For liquid extraction, isolating a substance from a liquid using a solvent used to isolate organic compounds such as phenol, aniline, and nitrate aromatic compound from water. Okay, that's all. Thank you for listening.